So many of you have written to me and said, could you please help me with PMS? I have horrible premenstrual syndrome. Before my period and during it, I feel moody, I feel cranky, I feel tired, I'm in pain. Some of you said, you know, I lose 10 days of every month, the days leading up to it, the days during it. I just don't want to lose that amount of time. I also don't want to take drugs. Is there any way I cannot have PMS? And the answer is yes, there is. In fact, you can go from what I call PMS to PFP, from premenstrual syndrome to problem-free periods. Every thought you think has a physical reaction in your body and an emotional response. The words we tell ourselves, the beliefs we form about periods become the blueprint that our mind and body must act on. That doesn't mean that you are choosing to have painful, crampy periods, but here's the thing. If you have a mother who walks around going, oh, I got my period, oh, I'm in such pain, it's the curse, that is your expectation of what a period is. There were studies in Europe that showed that girls who were adopted tended to have exactly the same periods as their adoptive mother. If the mother said, I've got the curse, I got my period, I feel terrible, I'm moody, blame it on the period, they would expect that. And we know that what we expect almost always tends to be real. It's no different to saying the weather's changed, the heating's on, I'm going to get my sinus headaches, or it's that time of year I'm going to get hay fever. I always get the flu at flu season. And that doesn't mean you imagine that. You see, a psychosomatic illness is real. If you have psychosomatic headaches, the pain is real. If you have psychosomatic allergies, you have every symptom of an allergy. So the mind can create every symptom of every illness there is, and it's real. I don't want you to think I'm saying, oh, you're just imagining it, you're being dramatic. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that your thoughts become real. Your body physically expresses your thoughts. So a mother that complains about periods can influence a daughter that she has adopted, that she has no biological connection to. And a mother who says, well, periods, what are they? I'm off to play tennis, I'm going to yoga, I'm going out. They don't stop me doing anything, will probably have a daughter who is the same. So if your thoughts are things, you can use your thoughts to change how your body reacts to periods. And most women here will have done this. I went to the bathroom, there's a bit of blood, and thought, oh, I've got my period. And an hour later, I thought, I've got the cramp now. Oh, I feel terrible. But when I didn't know I had my period, I wasn't getting the cramp. So you have to now start to dialogue with your body. Your body is run by a network of intelligence which is influenced by your mind. And when you get into that network of intelligence, you can start to dialogue with your mind and say things like, that's a little niggle, that's a little symptom. My periods are not a curse, they are a blessing. I get to blame everything on my period. I'm moody, I'm cranky, I can't concentrate. You can blame everything on your periods. They're not a curse, they're a blessing. They're proof that you are fertile. In some countries, when women begin to menstruate, they have a period party. They stand in a circle, they get gifts. People say, you are a woman now. And they see this as an absolute blessing. They are fertile. Their body is working. They could make a baby. And so it's important to look at them differently. They're not a curse. I've had women say every time I go past the aisle with the Tampax, I just think, oh, yuck, they're disgusting. I hate them. They're gross. They're horrible. I worked with a girl who didn't have periods at all, nothing. And she couldn't get pregnant because she wasn't ovulating. When I took her back using RTT, she went back to a scene where she got her periods at 13. She was the first girl in her class, and she was so upset. She thought they were disgusting, they were horrible, they were offensive, they were smelly, they were messy, and she wished she never had them. In the next scene, she went back to being in bed on a Sunday. All her aunties came for lunch, and she couldn't work out why she wasn't down there having lunch. And then she went, oh, I've got my period. And they're so painful, I stay in bed. And on the last scene, she couldn't go swimming at school because she had her period. No other girls had periods. She was early, and she hated it and wished they would go away. And guess what happened? They went away. And then they came back, and she got pregnant, and she had to begin to go, I love periods. They're wonderful. They're a sign that I'm fertile. And she's had 2 children since then. So first of all, let's look at your language. What do you say? Do you call it the curse? Do you think it's disgusting and gross? Are you embarrassed? Do you hide it? Do you feel uncomfortable, embarrassed? Or do you just see it as a natural, beautiful thing? It's part of life. It's a cycle. The whole life is cyclical. And here's the menstrual cycle. You're on a cycle. And you can decide to have easy, effortless, symptom-free periods, to have such a light flow. And actually the word flow is a great word. I'm in my flow. I'm flowing. Everything is working perfectly. We talk about the flow of a stream, the flow of a river, the flow of life. Flow is a good word. My husband came home with a magazine called Flow and went, oh, you bought a magazine about periods. He went, really? I'm like, yes. He hadn't actually, but I was teasing him. I was saying, yeah, why did you buy a magazine called Flow? And he went, I didn't know. But I was just teasing him. But it's a good word. So the first thing you can do is change what you say about periods. Really take a look at the words you use. I've got horrible cramps, severe cramps. These cramps are killing me. I'm so crampy. I'm so moody. I'm so bitchy. I'm so tired. I can't concentrate. Tone those right down. I got a little symptom. I got a minor cramp. It's nothing. My moods are fine. My hormone levels are perfect. I'm fine. I'm balanced. I've got good energy. Whatever you're saying, flip it over and say the opposite. Remember, thoughts are things. There's many other things that you can do to have a happy, easy. People say, the words happy and period shouldn't go together. Well, maybe they should. Some people I've worked with didn't have periods like that girl. When they came back, she was so happy because she knew she was going to make a baby because she was ovulating. Yoga really helps lessen the symptoms of periods. Visualization, visualizing an easy, perfect flow, a period that lasts for 4.5 to 5 days and is light and symptom-free. You can visualize that. You can make it happen. Meditation really helps your body flow through your period. The time leading up to it, the time during it, the time after. You can talk to your body, you can visualize, you can meditate that your hormones are balanced, that you feel great, that your body adapts beautifully to the hormone change. Don't call it the drop, the dip, the massive drop. It's just a little change that your body can adapt to so perfectly if you let it. There are other things that you can do. There are supplements you can take. There are vitamins. Heat, we know that putting a hot water bottle on your stomach is really good at alleviating cramps, but I still know the best way to alleviate cramps is to tell your mind, minimize them, lessen them. I don't even notice them. They're just a little niggly thing. I can't even feel it. Massage. You can learn to massage your own stomach and to feel great. Orgasms really help minimize the symptoms of periods. I don't say period pain, I say period symptoms. In the same way when I work with the clients who give birth, I never say labor. That's a terrible word. I say rushes, symptoms, signs. You can take herbs that help. Even adjusting your diet, taking out caffeine, taking out salt. There's so many things that you can do, but the best one by far is change your thinking. The way you feel comes down to the way you think. Your thoughts control your feelings control your actions control events. If you decide to believe that your periods are easy, symptomatic, problem-free, you can have problem-free periods. It's a choice, it's a belief, it's something you wire into yourself. Click on the link below and you can use this problem-free period audio to go from PMT to PFT for the rest of your fertile life. And I can only tell you, it works. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.